Hi guys, welcome back to Over Easy Acres. It is a beautiful October day, October 25th to be exact, and I think it's just time to clean out the garden. You can see it here in the back. We still have some winter stuff growing, but all the summer stuff, all the vines, the tomatoes, it just needs to be cleaned out so we can clean up the beds so that they can get the nutrients from the roots back into the soil. So today is a cleaning day. We hope to have a little bit of a brush fire to burn some of this stuff. We're a little bit against the weather today. I don't know if you can see that it's, oh yeah, there's some of the dark clouds. Whee! It was raining in the night, it was raining this morning, and it's supposed to be dry here for a little bit, so we're gonna try to get that going, get a little fire going. I think it'll be just cozy and fall vibes, and just something that needs to be done because we've got nothing but the 30s for this week as our lows down past freezing. It has already frosted, which didn't bother some of my stuff in the garden, but did bother other stuff. I think pretty much all the tomatoes are done. I got the last couple gallons that I could pick out, and they're trying to ripen. So yeah, I think that's it. So come along with me and I'll show you our tidying up of the garden. Okay, I was just about to go in and I saw that there are some tomatoes that I think I might be able to salvage. They look like they still have a bit of just a blush on them and they haven't been too frost damaged. Yeah, I mean, I think like I see a couple hiding in here. If it has a little bit of color, I like this one. I'm gonna take it because that will ripen inside. I've got, like I said, about 5 gallons still inside that are ripening in a paper bag. So I may as well get what I can get. I should probably be using gloves because we have some little friends that have been back in the garden and they eat one side and I can't always tell until I stick my finger through it. It's kind of gross. So, okay, I'm going to pick what I can. You can see that it's looking pretty sad. I have some stuff. These are the Homestead variety peas, and they have not minded the frost at all. I think they're Homesteader. Yes, yeah. So I'm gonna leave those. You can see my eaten broccoli over here that the worms are getting, but I just started putting some diatomaceous earth on them, so I'm hoping that I don't lose those plants. And yeah, some of it's still looking good, that stuff, but you know, other stuff is not looking so good. All right, so here's the overview. They're looking pretty sad. Some of them are okay, but some of them I notice when I pick them up, like this one, you can see it has a clear spot on it just because it's been frost damaged. So we'll see how they do. This one looks okay. So not much left. I'm sad to leave all of these green tomatoes behind though, because it's like, oh, that's just so much food in there. We still have cilantro growing. Tonight I'm going to make more pico de gallo, probably one of our last batches. All right. I'm going to take my pepper out, my bell pepper. They didn't grow great this year. I think I put them in pots and it just was not, oh my gosh, enough root space for them. So next year they need to go in the ground. But there's a little baby one. Okay, so he's just gonna pull over with the trailer and then as I trim and clip, we can just throw it over. I'm just amazed at how big, let's see if I can get this out without killing it. I mean, look at this, from one tiny little tomato seed, look at these stalks. They're huge. Okay, here is where I had planted broccoli, yes, broccoli, in with the tomatoes from my fall garden because I knew the tomatoes would be leaving. And so now my broccoli can just stay here and grow, hopefully. And then I'll just clear this stuff out. Okay, So remember my grand plan about putting them in the swimming pool, the extra tomatoes? It didn't work. They didn't have the root space. We got like maybe 5 tomatoes off of them. There's a lot of green ones on there now, but yeah, I wouldn't do that again. It just didn't have enough root space. And here's the rest of our pumpkin patch. Vines are all dead. I pulled those off in the last video. This is the last amount of, these are all tomatoes here. And sadly, there's some really huge ones on because they were the beefsteak tomatoes and some of the cherry tomatoes. I wouldn't do cherry tomatoes again. Turns out we don't eat them. And there's just so much skin for such a tiny little tomato that didn't make it worth it for making into sauce. So I will not do that again. Next year, I think I'm gonna do like Roma tomatoes and Amish paste. We like tomatoes, but it turns out we just don't really eat them fresh, actually. We eat them in spaghetti sauce and, you know, I cook with them. So I think we need less fresh and more that have less of the seeds and the juice for next year. So that's something I have to remember. Okay, here I am with my fall garden beans. Remember I said I didn't know if I had enough days? I did not end up with enough days. I see that the frost has damaged the front, or all the tops of them, so they're not gonna flower. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take these out and not worry about them. I'll just cut them all down and we'll just put them in with the rest of the stuff. Then I have a lot of weeding to do, so we'll keep going.
What? I'm still eating these. I like it.
Whoa.
Oh gosh! Do you actually know that peas can grow like this big?
All right.
Bigger than my finger.
Okay, here's my last batch of zucchini. You can see they're still really huge. I don't even think I want these anymore. And this kind, whatever kind it was, turns yellow. Whoops! The wind is strong out here and it just knocked you over. Sorry about that. See if it will stay. Okay. This kind turns yellow. I brought some into the house and we have tons of these. And yeah, they ripen up to yellow. It seems like they're getting a little mealy inside. So anyway, this is all just gonna come out.
What about the watermelon?
We have watermelon in here. I don't even know if they're any good anymore. I didn't bother opening them because they just weren't super tasty. I think we'll give them to the chickens. Oh my gosh. That's one.
That's huge.
I think we'll give them to the chickens.
Tonight.
All right, before it gets too cleaned up, I thought I should do a before and after. Here's to my right. Here's where all those green beans were that I just pulled out. And then this is my cole crop stuff. And then heading back, here's where all the tomatoes were. And here's some zucchini. Here's the zucchini area that I just pulled. Sadly, this is my eucalyptus plant. It's doing so beautiful. You can see how big it is, but I've heard it's not frost hardy, so it won't last. Carrots, I'm gonna just keep the carrots in. Beets, I probably need to pull. The celery, I was just seeing if it would reseed itself. Here's the loofah gourds, and I got most of them off of there. Definitely more than I will really need. And here's my cucumbers. They've all perished from the frost. We got so many cucumbers. Kind of don't ever want to see cucumbers again. Here's some beans, the rest of my tomatoes, and then I showed you this part. So hopefully the before and after will still look kind of amazing.
I'm amazed that the apple trees haven't gone dormant yet.
Are they still growing?
Well, they're green.
Nice.
I mean, there's nothing in here that I can wreck, is there?
Yeah.
It's amazing how big these get.
I know. Oh. I think, yeah, I saw that one. It had already kind of dried and took off its shell. All right, this is huge. This is all our tomatoes, pumpkins, and what else is in here? Oh, loofah gourds. Dog is loving this. We're trying to pick up all the green tomatoes, and I have found quite a few ripe red tomatoes. Even found a couple cucumbers, a few more, and some gourds. And look how bare, that makes me sad. Kind of happy just for a new start next year though. All right, we're still trekking along. Now remember in, I don't know, a few videos ago, quite a while back, but I was leaving one zucchini plant, or one zucchini on this plant that was my original zucchini, as just to see how big that it would get. I don't know if it got maybe more big than other ones. It's probably 16 inches, I guess, but it's got to be super heavy. I'm gonna have to weigh this inside. I'm saying like, I don't know, at least 10 pounds. Well, I think this is almost a wrap for me because we're threatening to get wet here pretty soon. I found the tag from the tomatoes that did really well. They were a great, like one just to put whole in your lunch or something. They're the 4th of July tomatoes, grew super well for me. We ate a lot of those just plain. They're very juicy. Kind of had a lot of seeds in them, but for eating them, it didn't bother at all. So, all right, just wrapping this up. Honey, what do you think? Been out here for I don't know how long, but it's starting to look dark, starting to look wet, but it's starting to look bare in here.
It is.
All right, so I have a pile right here for chickens. They're gonna do, well, dog's in the way, but they're gonna do very well. They've got pumpkins, zucchini, arugula, and beets. So they'll be happy. And then you're gonna take this pack down
Somewhere.
All right, somewhere.
Make a compost pile of grand proportions.
Yes, and see all the volunteers next year. We're probably gonna have nothing but zucchini and tomatoes. So
Probably.
yeah, I think I won't plant as many zucchinis next year. I ended up planting, I don't know, like 10 plants. It was just insane. So not that many. Won't do the watermelon again. They didn't taste so good. I will do more tomatoes. Definitely much more carrots. Probably the onions. Oh, so yeah, I learned a good tip. Don't plant them too far in the ground, just until just the underneath part is touching, and then they bulb. So I dug up all those all those onions, and we didn't get many bulbs, but they're drying in the garage. And yeah, definitely no lemon cucumbers next year. And I'm gonna grow the biggest pumpkin I can find. So that's what I'm going to be researching.
1,200 pounds.
I'm gonna try. Some of them I've heard you can get up between 500 to 1,000 pounds. So that's gonna be me. I don't know what the secret is. So Anyway, all right, well, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.